Hey, Bobby. Good morning, America. Welcome back.
Well, are we on? No, can you hear me?
Bob, he can hear you.
Can you hear me? No, I don't think I'm on.
Yeah, that's right. You shouldn't be. But anyway, Bob, cut him off. That's what we should do with you, Pete. We shouldn't have you.
I don't want to hear about your vacation either. That's so much BS. I don't want to hear about it.
America. This is
Sick
about
it.
Crossroads with America.
Sick of it. I don't want to hear it.
That's what I did. You went on a little vacation too, eh, Bob?
I did, yeah. I went down.
You know something?
I went to the Caribbean.
Let's let Pete talk first, then we'll go.
Yeah, we'll just shut up and let Pete go.
Jen.
What?
We're not on, I hope.
Yes, you're on. You're on the air.
Are we really?
If you want to talk to me off the air.
Are we on the air?
Yes.
No. Pat Currie, how was your vacation? Tell me a little bit about the vacation in 30 seconds if you can hold it that low.
Well, I called it Crossroads America. Went through pure hell coming home, but let's go from the start to finish here.
That's 2 days. No, let's take 10 minutes.
Well, depending on how much interruptions we have here.
Well, do it quickly, will you? Kinda?
You're going to interrupt every 30 or every 10 seconds. I mean, I know it.
I missed you, buddy. I missed you.
I know you did, and I love you too, Pete.
I know, and I love you too.
But I want you to do me a favor.
What's that? Yeah.
Will you stay off of Facebook?
No, I like Facebook. I like to watch it.
Bob, he's 86 years old. These people are
almost 87,
they're
3 months.
picking on his buddy there. He said, Pete, I don't look at it. I don't see it, so it doesn't bother me. That goes back way back when somebody said they said something behind my back. Do you want to know who it is? And I said, no. If I never know who it is, but you know what
I don't know who it is either. It's anonymous. I don't know who it is.
You know what the rule is I never repeat gossip. So
I don't repeat gossip either.
I never repeat gossip, so you better listen the first time.
But now, are you going to talk about your vacation?
Are you going to tell them you're going to stay off Facebook?
Well, I don't think people want to hear this at that.
Well, okay, that's good.
Keep it short. Keep it short.
All right, hey, we had a great time. We Penny and I took a long extended vacation this year, and we drove to Dalton, Georgia the first night. And the traffic wasn't bad. We left on a Wednesday, I believe it was, and traffic wasn't bad. Then the next day,
that take? That's a long drive.
I went to Atlanta at 9:30 in the morning. Traffic was perfect.
Wow.
Beautiful. And got to Hawkinsville, Georgia. That's the southern place to go camp for the winter if you have harness horses. So a lot of my buddies from Michigan are down there. It was great to see Al Thomason. He went to Ferris State University in the 50s, played football for Ferris football team there. He's a blacksmith, trainer, driver. He's a Hall of Famer. He just a great person. And then I met another Hall of Famer, Justin Irvine, down there. He's from Massachusetts, and he's drove all over the United States, so it was a thrill to meet him. But just great people down there. Aaron Colley's training his horses for Jill and him down there in Georgia. So we stayed at Aaron's place. Got up the next morning, headed across 231 over to Savannah, Georgia, and then across the border to Florida. It's called Amarillo Island, I think it is.
Okay.
And the oldest bar in Florida is on that island. Yeah.
Is that St. Augustine or that?
No, north of there.
Is it? Okay.
I was going to say, it's north of Jacksonville and all of that.
All right,
And the reason we went there, the guy that owns this bar, the Salty...
Dog.
No, Pretzel. Salty Pretzel. Very, very nice bar. He is from Ferris. He went to Ferris, graduated in 2007. And I sent him some football uniforms and stuff down there, and he's hanging them on the wall there and the posters. Yeah, he's a football fan.
Is that right off 95 then?
Yeah, right off 95, and then you go into actually the first exit into Florida.
Yeah.
And then across the waterway, he's on the water there, and right across the waterway is Georgia, and that's where Tony Rosso, that coached with Jeff Pierce back in the early 2000s, he lives there now, and that's the reason we went to see Tony and his wife down there. They're doing really well, as it would be. His son is probably going to be an all-state wrestler down there in Georgia and a football player, big fella. But a very well put together family, all-American family, great people. So then we went down from there, went down to my sister Nancy's. I won't bore you with much.
Speed it up a little bit, will you?
Yeah.
Please?
Went down to Nancy and Lynn, stayed in Hutchinson Beach. Very nice people down there. We had toddy time down there, at 1:30 in the afternoon after lunch. They have a few toddies until about 6 o'clock at night, and then they go to bed. So that was really entertaining. We had people down there 88, 90 years old feeling like
wait a minute.
16.
Don't be picking on the guys at all.
I know. You would have fell in love with them.
You got to have your
women.
toddies, man.
But then I became my started my journey across the state. And I'll tell you what, I met some people that are resilient. I met a guy from Bulgaria in Fort Myers there at a bar. 12 stories up. I don't like heights.
Now, why is that important? Seriously.
Well, because it was just beautiful. But the Bulgarian guy told me, he says, for these people that don't stand up for the national anthem, tell them to go to another country because they don't know how lucky we are in America to have what we have, the freedom that we have. And he went on, I won't say too much more, but he's just very thankful for America. He's been here since 2004. He's a soccer coach, and then he works for the industrial world. But him and his wife are very thankful for America. Then I met a guy at another bar over Fort Myers that owns 3,000 acres in St. Louis, Missouri. And he said, if we don't vote for Trump this next time, we're in a world of beep, beep.
Can you vote from jail?
Yeah, I don't know. I hope so. Geez, we're in a world of beep, beep if we don't, right?
We'll see.
Anyway, a lot of Trump people down there. We were going through Fort Myers Beach, and there was a big pool there, and a lot of people there, maybe like 200, because the beach is just devastated, with the hurricane going through there.
Right.
And there was a gal there that bent over, and on her back of her
Why were you
bathing
looking?
suit.
Why were you looking, Pat?
I wasn't. My wife saw it.
Yeah.
Trump. I was driving. She goes, that Trump on her back of her bathing suit.
Wow, okay.
So they're advertising for old Donnie down there. I know a lot of guys out there in Wonder World and Fallacy World don't like him, but
He's going to be in Grand Rapids this afternoon, so everybody.
Yeah,
I'm surprised
that's what I
there's
heard.
anybody left in town. I figured they'd all be down at the rally by now.
Yeah, I don't usually go to the grocery store, but I did down there a little bit just for an entertainment down there too, and they have a lot of Publix, and they're very nice, clean stores. Yep. But
some of them are being bought by Aldi, but.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's
Yep,
Publix or
yep,
the other one.
yep.
No, Winn-Dixie, I'm sorry. Winn-Dixie was the other one.
Winn-Dixie.
Yeah, that's being bought by
Walmart's a good place to shop down there, too, in Florida.
Aldi. Yep.
Well, anyway, I get a kick out of the inflation rate. Our president says our inflation rate is down. Yeah, it's down because everything's up so high now. You just take a 1%. My God, do you know how much a loaf of bread is?
Yeah.
A gallon of milk?
Yep.
Look at the prices right now. I don't understand it. But anyway, I do understand it.
I got to ask you a question, though, because you're a gas station guy.
Yeah.
Did you get to Buc-ee's?
No, I drove by one on the highway.
Should have stopped, honestly.
That's what everybody,
Yeah, I know,
whoever
really.
goes to them says that.
It'd be inspiring.
Oh, yeah.
We want to build you a Buc-ee's.
They got showers in there for the
Once
drivers.
Carmen Bean
You
gets
like
the water.
that? Did you take a shower?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Once Carmen Bean gets the water and sewer across 131, we're going to build Currie's, which is going to be Buc-ee's. It's going to be like about 160,000 square feet, Currie's.
I'd have
over
to come
there.
out of retirement then. wouldn't I?
Pat, you've talked 15 minutes. How much longer is this little soiree?
Oh, we'll
gonna
talk
take?
about it next week then.
Okay.
But anyway, we had a great time, and I want to thank God and everybody up there in heaven that's praying for me. Pray for these people down
Who
there.
is
'cause
praying
the thing
for you?
down there, and Dan Spadowski and I were talking about today, this morning at the table, and
Where all the
they're
decisions
just
are made. right?
everybody's happy.
We are. We're
That's
all happy.
Not up here.
We
but
are
down
happy.
there,
We're
the
happy
sun
down there. We're up
shines
here.
and-
We're happy at Currie's table.
What did you talk about today?
Well, we talked about Gunther and I. We talked about his dogs,
Okay.
and Spud and I talked about the chairs he got for you.
Beautiful chairs.
Oh, beautiful chairs!
I gotta pay
you
him
didn't
for
pay.
those.
Yeah, you got to pay him.
Yeah.
$30
Thank
a
you, Dan.
piece. Yeah, thanks, Dan.
No, he's very thoughtful.
$21 for all six.
I know it. Unbelievable. That
Hey,
Dan, he's
I want to just say
finding
one
deals.
thing. My oldest daughter today,
Mm-hmm.
Chris Zimmerman is her husband. He's running for the county commission.
District, which one?
I don't know what district it is.
Remus area,
Remus is
Morton
running
Township.
against Linda Howard.
Yeah.
And she is her birthday today, and she was my firstborn.
Wow.
And I am so proud of her. I love her to death, and she's doing a great job helping these kids get jobs that are underprivileged.
Never had one herself, but
oh yeah,
didn't
she
have
does. She
to,
graduated
didn't
fair.
you? Oh, she did?
Yeah, she ran 5 many weight loss centers down in Dallas.
I know.
But you know what I would like to talk about? I'd like to.
How old is she, first of all?
I'm
Christy?
not going to tell you. She'd get very mad.
She's Rosie's age.
Yeah,
So she's
They
got to be
were- they were
63.
2.
Oh, there you
Okay,
told
but
us
they
her
were
age.
they were the best friends going to high school.
Yes, they were.
But Dave Baker, I want to say hi to Dave, and I don't see him in the Eagles anymore. I said, Dave, why aren't you in the Eagles anymore? And he says, well, I don't drink anymore. I said, oh man,
Good
I'm
for
proud of
him.
And I want to say hi to all the FedEx guys coming down from Cadillac. Keep those packages coming, guys. And I want to say hi to the mayor. Fred Gunther, he does a great job. Jeannie Fribley. Oh my God, Jeannie, I love you to death. You know that. Ben Walworth, I'm Mark Velman, and Josh Seth, Spud, Kim, and Jack Frizzell. But you know what? I had breakfast this morning in Currie's. I'm not just whacking on you, but I had bacon and eggs and toast, and that is incredible. And then yesterday I had a cheeseburger, and those cheeseburgers are basically I don't think there's a better cheeseburger around. I'm just telling you. Now, I don't know if you disagree with me, but they're all fresh, and the bun is what makes it. But should we go into the advertisers now, Bob? Maybe.
That's up to you
I'll
guys.
go, okay, I'm going to say hi to but wait a minute. Big Rapids, Pennzoil and Auto Tire Place. Zach, man. Zach, I know you want to sell a lot of tires, and you do sell a lot of tires, and you're the auto mechanic and doctor of Big Rapids on anything to do with the automobile. Seth, that Winger at the Winger Agency, he's on Perry Street, and also at Baldwin at Lake Osceola Bank. Then we have Gilbert's Carpet and Tile. And I'm going to tell you that George and Tom do such a great job. They put my carpeting in 60 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever it was. Do a fantastic job, and they're just great young men. Then we have Benton Baker, Big Rapids, Mike McNally and his team. They do a great job. And I think that if you need to buy a car, that's where you want to go.
I just had their anniversary sale, but they still have some great deals.
Well, you can still buy a car there.
Absolutely.
But then DW2 Drywall at Dale Whaley. I mean, they're classy people. They do such a great job on doing the drywall, and you can't even tell. I mean, once you paint it, you don't see any imperfections. Nice. And that's what it takes about doing drywall, building houses, and these guys are a little bit of incredible.
It's as much an art as it is a skill.
Yeah, and I mentioned Currie's. I had my car just gassed up there, and I just can't believe what kind of service I get there. They gas my car, they check my tires, check everything.
Yep.
And they feed me. I mean, I got to pay for the food and the gas, but it's. And Pat, I think, owes me a breakfast. I don't know if he's going to buy me one at any time, but I just want to thank him. I'm glad he's back, and I'm glad I'm on the air. I'm going to try to get on at least once a month.
Good.
But we were going to talk a little bit about the candidates running for the...
Well, no, before we go
not
there.
right there. What do you want to talk about?
Well,
then?
I want to talk about Yellow Window moving in.
Oh, Yellow Window's opening today or tomorrow?
No, not today. No.
Tomorrow?
Health department. We got to get through the health department. I don't, but Tammy does. Tammy Spring. Bob, I don't know if you're aware of or not, but she's moving over there. And the insides is incredible. It's
beautiful. It's beautiful.
It really is.
Beautiful.
Chris Currie did that. It cost us a lot of money, but you know what? Like Doug Rand
I thought he did most of it. What's his name?
No, not at all. But Chris Currie did it. Cost us a lot of money, but like Doug Rant said, Pat, it's only money. And he's right.
Yeah.
Don't focus on money.
No.
Enjoy life. Don't hate love.
But are we going to have...
What do you guys talk about at Curry's table this morning? We got to get that out.
We didn't really talk. Well, you know something?
They got to have the right...
We just...
Well,
our 4 or 5 guys talked. We talked to Nick Cricky. I didn't.
What'd you talk about?
Well, we just talked about building.
Did you talk about Iowa State, Louisiana?
No.
Final?
No. We did talk about the gal from Iowa State that poured in, 30, 40 points. She's a top player in the United States of women.
Caitlin
from
Everybody knows that
Iowa,
name.
yeah.
Wow,
and she set
girl.
the most points scored ever for a man or woman for a player.
Wow.
And I guess he had 9 inches short on the 3-point line at one of the venues. But you know something? We just have fun down there, Pat. We actually have fun. You were gone for, I guess, 4 or 5 weeks and having fun too. But we giggle and we laugh and we talk about crap and how my knee's doing and how we're doing and how the health is going, and we just chit chat. But we don't say anything derogatory about anybody. We just say nice. We try to say. My wife has always told me, Pete, if you can't say something nice about someone, don't say it.
Yeah, you're pretty good at that.
Yeah, I try not to ever say I dislike anybody. There's few people I dislike, but I don't want
got to ask you a question, Pete. You've been around for 86, almost 87 years old this year.
Yeah.
Why in God's earth would a team like LSU in the final against Iowa State not come out for the American?
I can't believe it. LSU, and I'm from Louisiana.
Yes, you are.
Kentwood, Louisiana.
They're your people.
And I can't believe that. That's a slap. My uncle was the first All-American.
Wonder why they didn't, though, Bob.
That's a slap in
No
somebody's
idea.
face.
I haven't even heard this story. So they didn't come out?
The national anthem, yeah.
Slap in the face. Slap in the face,
Iowa State was out there mid-court.
Right.
Stood at attention.
Well, that's why they
honor
won,
the flag.
probably too. Maybe that's why they
Well,
won.
there's a God.
Yeah,
we
there
know
is a
that
God.
Jesus rose there on Sunday at Easter Sunday.
Oh, Easter Sunday at St. Mary's was a little bit incredible.
Yeah.
The homily was fantastic.
Yeah. You
We had
should play
so
the
many
homily on here.
people at that church.
Yeah.
We had
Thank you.
we had people in the aisles sitting, and even people standing.
Right.
But if and our church is beautiful. I'm not saying all churches are beautiful, and all churches are just. They all believe in God, so I won't say one's better than the other. But St. Mary's was just incredible.
Right.
Father Yeager, he does a great homily, and he really did a great homily on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But now, do you want to talk about any kind of candidates or anything like that? No.
Oh, I just want to know what your thoughts were on why.
Wait, you
why
want to take
they
a
did-
break first, and then we'll
Yeah,
come back and
we
talk
can do
politics?
that.
We
Well,
can do
Bob,
that.
I want to know one thing. No, seriously, you didn't bring us donuts this morning, buddy.
No, because
We don't
I'm
need
supposed to be back on my diet now.
I'm going on a
It's-
fast.
Wait a minute,
It's April
Bob.
1st.
Just because you're supposed to be on your diet, does that
Well,
mean we all have to
it's
be
too
on
much
one?
temptation.
My daughter's
Actually,
going.
no. Actually, I went by. Jack was closed this morning for some.
No, but
whatever.
Currie's was open, and we had donuts
Well,
at
I know,
Currie's.
yeah, well,
My,
you bring
my
the donuts.
daughter-
Hey, there's an idea.
My daughter,
you
Abby-
got more money than I do, so.
Thank you, Bob. My daughter Abby, she's starting a 30-day fast starting yesterday, and she looked at me this morning. She goes, "Dad, did you want to join me in on my fasting?" And I said, "Why the hell do I look like I need it?" Well, it wouldn't hurt.
You're lucky. You're height weight proportionate there. You know.
Yeah, but I got a little tummy on me.
Well, hey.
Everybody has a
Everybody
tummy.
gets that.
At your age, 70, Pat, you can have a tummy. That's
70
I think
years
so. I
old.
think-
70 years old.
that's,
Once you
a
hit
gimme.
80, you're going on a downward swing, and then that's when you need oil changes and replacements and knees and elbows and shoulders and,
I was talking to
and
Tim.
aneurysms and all this kind of stuff.
Talking to Tim. Yeah, I talk about aneurysms
Randy
and strokes.
Bleeker.
That poor man down in Morley, they're having a fundraiser for him. He's a young man with a young family, and he had a stroke there, so they're having a benefit for him. If you want more details, get on the Pioneer webpage maybe, or get the Pioneer today on the paper.
Facebook's on Facebook, too.
Oh, is it good? Yeah,
think so.
I hope everybody kind of supports.
I would
it.
kind of like to have a little fundraiser for
If I
Pete Kent.
can just talk a little bit here.
You haven't quit talking, Pat.
Well, I know. But anyway, I think if you really want to support people that really supported themselves up till this time, there's a guy right there you should support, even if it's $10. They're just a nice family down there, and they need your help. So get on the Pioneer webpage, or like I say, get the Pioneer paper and look at your front page. Another thing, and my hat's off to Jersey Mike's here in Big Rapids.
Right.
Unbelievable.
$8,000 or something.
$8,000 to Angels of Action.
Yeah.
Again, Joni Thompson and the company over there, they've done a great job for this area. It's just phenomenal what she has put together there for our community and the outside area. But Jersey Mike's awarded them $8,000.
Wow,
They gave
nice.
all proceeds, not just
one day it was
you know,
100%. It wasn't a cut from the top. It was
Right.
the entire
So they
thing.
sell a few more sandwiches in Currie's, right?
Oh, yeah. Most people, though, like give 10, 20%. Like I usually try to give 2% of the
1%
profit.
maybe.
After expenses, they end up owing me. But no. But anyway, I think that's wonderful. That's something that they did all across the country. And there you go again. That's a corporation.
Yep.
So there are some good corporations out there that do a lot of good things, and my hat's off to Jersey Mike's here in Big Rapids. They're right on Perry Street, right behind Isabella Bank, doing a great job for the community. So thanks again, Jersey Mike's.
Now, let's circle back for just a second to Tammy. That second room, does she have any plans for that? Is it going to be like a hall that they can do
They're
things in?
putting some poles in there, and I don't know what the poles are for, if it's for dancing.
Oh, no, okay,
we
well.
don't have anything like that up here in Grand
I
Rapids.
guess
They
not.
do, so we're bringing Grand Rapids to Big
Tammy's going to
Rapids.
come in and slap you in the face.
I don't think it's going to be a flagpole,
that.
but we could have Friday night entertainment there before you go to the Eagles.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I get
So-
that.
It
No,
doesn't
I
get
don't
me.
know.
It doesn't get me too excited though, Pat. I got everything I need at home.
I know you do. But I tell you what, her food is just delicious. Everybody just raves about it, and now she's going to have some parking, and
Yeah.
I'm really excited for her.
Are you gonna pay that back parking lot for her, or the side one?
It's already done.
Is it done? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Beautiful.
I haven't been over there.
Oh, get over on the other side. You only come to that
Well,
one
I always
side.
eat
Yeah,
at
just come in
Curry's.
the front entrance there. He doesn't come in the
I might
back
just go over there
entrance. He
instead
comes
of
in the
eating at
front
Curry's. Have
Jeff
breakfast.
Mail did it 2 years ago, and he did the other half this last year.
Okay,
God bless Jeff. Yeah.
that's your brother-in-law, and he's my nephew.
Yeah. He did a beautiful job. If you want a nice job,
Black
and
top,
Chad
yeah.
Waldo out to Reese and Riley. They have the greatest mix in Mecosta County.
And once they finish
I think
it,
it's
you got
only
the
mix
boys.
you can get.
Once it's finished, and you need it a couple years later blackened. The
Well, I'll
boys
tell you
do
what,
it.
the finish on that, the finish on it's really good. I don't think so.
Well, I still needed it
Shit, I can't
blackened.
afford what I got done now, let alone that. But I'm done. Matt's kind of taking it over, so
You are, Pat.
boycotting
Pat,
Currie.
you are
can't
not.
boycott me unless you don't want
Pat,
to come to the
Pat,
celebrity race.
You are not done.
I'm going to go in, but I'm not. I have no ownership.
Yes, you do. You're always behind that cash register. You're always
So,
working in there.
Yippee-I-O,
He's
Bob.
the cruise director.
Yeah,
He's the
he
you know
is.
the brand ambassador.
Matt's doing a great job, and Adam's doing a great job. Those two are a great team. I wish them well. I do feel bad for them to have an old man like me.
You're finished then.
You
You're done,
people,
right? You're done.
Yeah, pretty
You're
much.
done.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And Amanda's taking over Penny's
I
job.
just hope I'm not hurting their business too much.
You're not hurting her business, Pat.
Well,
Come on.
We got a lot of good people out there, but I feel that I've let some people down in the community, and I feel bad for them to feel.
But
that way.
you know something. You listen to ones. I know what you're talking about. I'm not going to get into any big argument about this.
No.
But you listen about one thing, and then you listen about the other thing, and one thing, and one thing. When you go in there and start hurting someone's business because they're for something that you're not for, or they're against what you're not for, that is very, 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 very bad. I mean, you know, it's very bad.
Well-
You don't hurt a man's livelihood. You don't hurt a man's business. Everybody's got to eat, and you take care of your neighbors. You take care of your loved ones. You take care of your people that are in Big Rapids and
Right.
support them.
But I kind of disagree with you in a little bit because
I know.
if somebody doesn't like me,
They shouldn't
they have a
boycott
right
your
not to
business.
come.
No,
Well,
they shouldn't boycott
no,
your
but
business.
Pete, you have to understand that's human nature. That's nature.
Do I like you sometimes?
It's just like a
No.
lion. A lion doesn't go into a tiger's den because he knows he's not welcome there.
Oh, what about those Tigers, by the way, 4-0?
I don't.
What
follow.
about those Tigers? 4-0, they won last night.
You got to smoke more.
New
weed.
York Jets. They
You
beat
are
the
on
New
New
York,
York.
Pete's
not the Jets.
dispensary coming soon.
Yeah, but you know something, Pat? I disagree with you. You go because you get the service. If I didn't like you,
I know.
which I don't like you sometimes,
Right.
I get all the service I need. They boys take care of me. I mean, I couldn't be treated with more royalty than anybody. But you treat everybody like that.
I
Not
try
just
to.
me.
I try to.
Not just me.
But you know, God has gifted me with a great town. Sometimes I went to Florida there, and I think, my God, why can't people up north be as nice as these people down here? We are as nice.
We are as nice.
We are as nice.
We are as nice.
But the problem is, we don't have enough sun.
No,
I mean,
who
you
cares?
think about
That's
you
true.
get up in the morning and you go out in your T-shirt and take a leak out your back.
What? What are you What are you saying?
Well, down in Florida you can do that because it's not cold.
Oh boy,
That's a
And,
good
little
one, Pat.
TMI
You
here
know,
on
that's
the
why
show.
we have bathrooms, Pat. Really, we have bathrooms.
Well, save water. I'm environmentalist. Talk about
Grass
environmentalist.
needs,
My
that grass
Lord.
needs that.
Yeah, Pete. I seriously, the day you pass on,
Yeah, the day I die.
yeah, there'll be a celebration, not because you died, but the celebation that we knew you,
Thank you.
and that
Thank you so
we were
much.
lucky enough to have
Thank
such
you.
a
Thank you.
fence-ridden person in our lives. He rides the fence, you know. I mean,
Hey,
he can
you
jump
know.
left, he can jump right, he can be a Democrat one day, a Republican, and I still
I'm
love
the
him.
best person.
But anyway, where the hell did my train of thought?
I don't know. You
It
were
was
talking about me dying.
It derailed 3
You were
stations
talking
ago,
about
you
me
know
dying.
that.
I know.
Are you going to speak at my funeral?
Oh, no.
You're not? You
No,
said
I'll be
you were
crying.
going
I'll
to.
cry through the whole thing. People be coming up, giving me pats on the back, and hit me in the head.
Yeah, right.
But anyway,
Throw cans of beer in a coffin, right? Yeah, there you
oh,
go.
Lord.
Great.
Where were you going, Pat? I don't know. We were
What
talking
were we
about.
talking about?
Well, you were talking about urinating out on the back
Yeah,
deck of your
that's
house.
the takeaway from this entire hour.
Yeah.
And then you said it was
That's
so
the visual
nice
to
down
take home,
there,
folks.
and it's cold up here, and we couldn't do that because their neighbors would turn you in and turn to icicles by the time it hit the ground.
That's true.
Oh, before I forget.
Yeah.
Just entered my mind.
Okay.
And I'm not that way, but my very dear friend, and when I say dear, I really don't like him, but he is a dear friend.
Who?
Disappoints me, but he makes me laugh. He buys coffee for himself, no one else. He'll never eat a breakfast unless you're buying. But he's a very important part of my life. And
Who's
I
that?
love the guy
Who's
to
that?
death. He turned 64 years old.
Who's that?
Randy Vetter.
Randy Vetter.
Yeah.
Randy, he's down there. I think I said something about. No, I didn't bring Randy.
No, you
in there.
didn't.
No. And I'm sorry.
I tell you, he is a true American. And I know some people say, oh, there he goes on his tangent on true Americans. He is. He raised 3 kids, Matt, Brett. and
No, his wife Shirley did. Shirley did all the work. Randy was out fooling
he
around
cooked.
with it. Yeah.
He cooked.
Not much.
He made supper every night. He does the cooking in that house.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She might do the cleanup, but he does the cooking.
All right.
Brett just graduated from Marshall School, which is the highest esteemed officer in the nation.
He's got
down
a beautiful
in Savannah,
fiance,
Georgia.
too. He showed me a picture.
He is a nice fella, isn't he?
Yeah.
But anyway, Brett built like a brick, beep, and good-looking kid, looks like his mother's side of the family. Just so proud of him. He comes from Big Rapids. I think he's a class of 2007, maybe. But
I probably gave him his diploma. Probably passed his diploma.
Yeah, you probably did. But you know what? Those are the kinds of things that should be on the front page of the Pioneer. Young man from Big Rapids High School does.
They're always 3 days late. They talk negative.
Well, they don't know. They don't know to do these things. Somebody should inform them that this is going on. Because I know Randy's got pictures of it, and it's never too late. But those are the kinds of things that we need on the front page, not the things that you see like today. Well, Angels of Actions is worth putting on there. But Brett is sacrificing, not laying his life on the line, but he might be.
He would
be.
He's
a marshal.
Yeah, should be.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then his other, not Brett, no, Matt. Yeah. Brett is an entrepreneur over in Flint area. Just opening up a gym over there.
Had a log cabin he built. Cabin. Hey, but you talk about entrepreneurs. I just want to mention one entrepreneur. That's
can
really
I finish? Let me finish.
Kim Wells.
What
Kim Wells is such a fine young man.
Yeah.
And he's got
eligible bachelor in town.
Wait,
yes,
I didn't say that.
I did.
But he's got about 8 or 10 machines out there, machine shop.
Yeah.
And what a nice guy. What a classy guy. He's that's Zach Mann's dad.
And it's Gary Wells.
And Gary Wells was in church. I saw him. He's a little bit younger than I am, but I could be Kim's father.
Top of the hour.
But I want to tell you something.
Top of the hour.
Okay, let's
back on 103, not 0.9.
Yeah, but you always say 0.9, Pat.
There's no point to this place. You know?
No.
And we are number one in what? 80s and more, right?
Definitely.
In Big Rapids, Michigan.
Song selection.
And that's a great city, Big Rapids, Michigan.
Here. You know, I was fortunate enough to be invited to a group of people out at Stonehouse
Vineyards.
Yeah.
Vineyards.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Stonehouse Vineyards.
Greg
and Kathy Adams.
Well, why do I have to talk? Go ahead.
Well, go ahead. You don't know who they are.
You're reading my mind. You're doing a good job.
Go ahead.
All right, you don't mind?
Yeah.
2 minutes.
No.
2 minutes.
Go.
Anyway, Saturday night, we were invited out there, and a great group of people. And it was so refreshing because, again, I saw so many of my friends from Remus, Barrington area.
Yeah.
They draw from all over Everett. I saw a couple up there from Everett.
Yep.
And I was fortunate enough to know them. They're all good people. I haven't seen them in a while. So it was good chatting with them. And that chat was the Greg Adams, for you that don't
Greg Adams, not
I
Greg.
don't know him. I really don't know him that well. I know
fantastic
of him, and I know
guy.
his family real well.
Fantastic
That is his family farm.
Yeah, that is.
Super nice guy.
Excellent.
Very intelligent. Got a lot of history behind him.
Oh, sure.
True American, patriot, and he's running for county commission.
Yeah, great.
Over there in the area of Barrington area.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I mean, normally nobody runs for anything around here.
You do a great job.
And if nothing else, that company that's trying to come into town here has brought a lot of things to head that people are getting involved.
What
like Bruce Borkovich, he's running for, I shouldn't say anything about what he's doing, but Bruce Borkovich has got involved. Prior to this, he's just living a great life.
Well, he'll run the township supervisor.
I didn't say that.
Township.
But anyway, Carmen Bean's really getting full force. He's running for county commissioner. So, I mean, a lot of people are really getting interested before.
How about my son-in-law? Do you want to mention him?
If you'd let me. I mean, I don't have two mouths. It seems like I do with you here. But anyway, Chris Zimmerman is running out there at Morton Township. And Chris is a great guy, entrepreneur himself, too. Insurance man over there in Shepherd.
Auto owners. Does a great job.
All that. And that you want to talk about him? Go ahead.
Well, he runs 2 stock
before
clubs.
we go back to that subject, we're going to jump a little bit. Nick Bentley's having a birthday today. Happy birthday, Nick Bentley. That's Joe Bentley from Steve Jones Construction. Sally over there. Nick's been with them from day one. Does a great job. Right now they're working downtown in the historical area there at the apartments. So happy birthday, Nick. He's a great dad, a great husband, just a great person. Good friend of my son, Adams. The other one I want to talk about, just 2 seconds. If you want to be inspired there's a couple gals here in town that I think would really help you in the morning, get your kick started in the morning with that coffee or joint or whatever you're doing in the morning, is Lindsay Cheeseborough.
Yep.
That's Bill and Lynn Shibley's daughter.
Yep.
She's a real inspiration.
Where does she work?
She works for Red Cross, I believe, yeah.
Well, how am I going to go get coffee there?
Well, on Facebook. She's on Facebook.
I thought you were going to let me have coffee.
She has a lot of good statements to say to kickstart the morning with and get you on a positive side. Lindsay's a very, very positive girl. So I'm thankful for that. She is on a post of mine. And I don't read Facebook too much, only the positives. And the other one is I want to touch on is Danette Doyle. Jem and Danette have been a very big inspiration.
Her birthday today, too?
No, but she's inspiring. She gets on there and says, "Good morning, folks," and has some. You're not friends with them on Facebook?
Yes.
Well, get friends with them.
I am.
They always have inspiring quotes of the day.
Do you want to mention my daughter? Birthday today?
Leslie?
Yep.
It's her 62nd birthday or third?
No, I think it's a second.
Second. Okay, well, it'll be third next year.
That's Chris's wife.
But anyway, get on Facebook. Here's a cute one for you.
Oh, please, Pat.
Get up on the mic there, Pete.
Yeah.
Pat,
no,
don't
let
do
him stay
that.
back.
Don't do that, Pat.
A human fart can be louder than a trombone. I discovered that at my daughter's school concert. Oh my! Now that's inspiring thing right away in the morning, isn't it, Bob?
Yeah.
Huh? That's cute. Yeah, that comes from a good classmate of mine, Kathy Dodge. Graduated 72.
Her dad and mom were Ron Dodge.
Yeah, very good.
Ron, you know what Ron did? What?
Worked.
Permanent savings and loan.
Yeah.
He gave me my first money to buy a house with Charlie, the guy that Charlie Fairman. Charlie Fairman. Yeah.
Well, now we're talking old again.
No, we're talking old,
about the day.
We're talking about in the 60s, 50s.
Did I talk much about Randy Vetter yet?
Yeah, you did. You
You know what? We omitted his daughter, Lauren. She's a great school teacher.
At the middle school in Big Rapids.
Doing a great job over
Just had
there.
a baby.
Yeah. Second one.
Yeah.
Married Tom Tanner.
Yep. Tom Tanner's a great guy.
Great. And that's what we need here in Big Rapids.
What does Tom Tanner do, do you know?
He's a police officer.
Where?
Big Rapids.
Where?
City of Big Rapids.
Yeah, he used to be in the sheriff's department.
Yeah. All right, Pete, what else you want to say?
Well, I just want to say a little bit, who are the people running for who?
Well, we got, like you said, your son-in-law.
Yeah, Chris Zimmerman. He'll do a great job.
Yeah.
He should be elected. I mean, he's got great ideas, great mind, good thinking, and he thinks above the box. So look at him if he comes in to see you over around Remus area. Yeah. And Linda, I love you. You know that, but
she's married.
I know, but give him a chance of being a county commissioner. He would do a great job.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with change.
No.
And right now we're at a critical stage of yay or no, yay or nay.
Of what?
So of life. Just
okay,
which way is America going to go?
Yep.
And it starts right here at the grassroots of America, right here in our little town of Mecosta County.
Yep.
And, Chris is a good guy. We got Craig Adams, like you say, you know him better than I do. I like him. I had a nice talk with him. And the other guy I had a nice talk with is the owner of this gas station radio station. I got to get back to
Who's that, Dom Theodore?
Gas
yeah,
radio.
Dom.
Gas radio is the same thing.
Boy, I tell you, I know it's full of gas.
Yeah.
But Dom,
on air.
I told him we were sitting there talking. He's telling me about his history of life. And
he almost died last year, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He was prepared to die.
Yeah.
He was, I think, kidney dialysis, and he went to White, and Jen went. The whole family, I guess, went over there. And you know what? God was good to him. God listened to him, and now he's alive. And praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Somebody gave him a kidney.
Yep.
You know who that was?
Was it Pat Currie?
No.
Who was it? Okay.
You wouldn't want mine.
Who was it that gave him a kidney?
Orman Hook's wife.
Oh, really? Terry? Is that Terry? Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, she saved his life, and he's forever indebted to her.
He never asked me, or I probably would have, but he wouldn't want my old kidney.
No, definitely not. Yeah. But anyway, he has a real interesting story of his life.
Yeah.
He started in radio at 13 years old in New York, I believe it was. And
actually up in Saginaw. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he ended up in New York, Yeah. That's
and
where
then
I met him.
he only made one mistake in his life, though, seriously. Married Jen.
Oh boy. she owns the station too. We'll be off.
No.
Deb's
Dom
fighting
owns the
words
station.
now. Wow.
We'll be off. But I tell you, him
And
for
I was just
turned
teasing.
everybody's mics off.
I was just teasing.
I wished I could. No, I'm telling you, a lot of people in this community have some great lives that they've led.
Yeah.
And his is really interesting how he made it at 13 years old in a radio station to what he is today with Glenn Beck and the rest of those guys.
Oh, he was great. Yeah, he was great.
And so
almost as good as Bob.
So,
no, definitely not.
If I may say,
he did so much more in this business than I'll ever do. So
I'll quit talking here in a minute. But I will say this: I said to him, I should have you on the radio because you could talk a whole hour on life and your life experiences. He said, why would I do that? I can get on there anytime I own the radio station. Well, that's true. I just thought you'd be nice as a guest. And he laughed about it, of course. But great guy, and I'm very thankful that
Well,
he
really, the brains behind it is Jen.
I'm not saying
he's
anymore.
very-
Go ahead,
he's
Bob.
very
You
humble.
talk over people
The
over talk.
brain-
I was going to say
wait.
he's very humble that way, and he just doesn't want to blow his own horn.
The brains
He's not
behind
like Pete, then.
brains behind everything is Jen. Seriously. And I tease, she's the brains. She keeps everything hunky dory going.
Ooh, that ain't going to go over good.
Well, I'm telling Dom, I love you. I love you, but
You're
I'm
already
telling you,
buried yourself. Just
No,
put a cross
Jen-
on
Jen
top
really
of the
doesn't.
grave.
Jen is out there with a
Who
with a
cares?
smile on her face.
Right.
Who cares?
Right.
I'm trying to goad her to come in here and respond to all this. Here she comes.
Here she comes.
Oh, now she's going to
Defend
come
yourself.
in and talk a little bit.
Pete, you don't scare me, buddy. You just keep
But
doing
didn't
what you do.
I just tell you that you're the brains? But he's
I'm day to day. He's the brains behind it. I'm day to day.
well, he's a nice guy though.
Yeah, I think so too. You know,
But you want to say any more about Dom while we're on the air? No, you don't want to give him a little praise.
That'd be
Why did you? How long you been married?
98,
How long have you had the radio station?
26 years. Well, we've had all combined since 2009.
And
So-
Dom's mainly up in Cadillac, right?
Yeah, well, he's everywhere.
But I see Dom I saw him at the restaurant the other night out at Canadian Lakes for dinner.
This
and
is
he was,
not interesting to the listeners, Pete.
No.
You
No,
really
I
need to
know.
move on.
I-
You
well,
guys
it
can
is
talk about
interesting.
that. Hey, you know who I want to reach out to today,
Who?
though? I want to thank Roxanne and Doug from SOTS.
Why?
They put on a great party for Jake Walston. Jake is head of our city streets.
Yep.
And he turned 50 years old.
Yep.
So all his friends, including myself, were there to celebrate Saturday Night SOTS. And
You know who his mother is, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
Who?
Patty Adrance.
Patty Adrian.
If you'd let me go here for just a minute.
Well, you've had 20 minutes, and I'm sick of listening
Give
to
me
you.
60 seconds.
Okay, go.
The reason I bring his name up is because of his heritage and his people behind him. His grandparents were Jack and Emily's Bar.
I know that. I know that.
You do, but people
I know
don't.
that, yeah.
And then he had one of the best guys for a dad.
He did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And who was that?
You know who it was.
I do, too.
I do.
Yeah.
Walston.
Yep. Dave.
Dave, yeah.
Yep. Phil Musser's his uncle. So, I mean, great people behind him, a lot of good blood. But I was so happy for him because he had a lot of people there to show support.
She was one of the
50.
first employees to work for me,
Good.
Patty. And
People
then listen.
Oh, Lord, help us, Bob.
her sister came to work for me. I'd get one, I'd get the other.
Well,
But you know
they
what Patty did for my daughter, my younger daughter?
Don't really care.
Hired her. Listen.
What?
Hired her at Reese Riley, and she
Good.
worked out there for 4 or 5
That
years.
means a lot to everybody else
Yeah, it
in
does.
the world.
It does. But just like your grandkids, that means a lot to you and everybody else in the world.
But I want to just talk about what it is to be an American entrepreneur. His brother Dave
Yep.
owns a company up north, one of the largest sawmills in northern Michigan. It's up in East Jordan. And he was there. Dave Jr. was there. And I don't think he was ever called Junior. But anyway, him and his wife were there, Stacy, and had a great talk with them. So these kind of things, birthdays are better to go to than funerals. So if we get a chance, somebody has a birthday, let's have it at Zot's. And I just love that bar.
I got one coming up in August. You want to have a party for me?
At Zot's.
Oh,
Yep, we will.
God
Yep.
bless you,
Yep.
brother.
And
God
but
bless
anyway,
you.
just a great crowd. You got me off my thought of what else I was going to say about
I always
Jake,
get you
but
off your
I am
thought.
very, very thankful to call him my friend. He's a hometowner, never left. Well, he did leave for a while, lived in Rockford for a while there, but he came back up and worked under Van Johnson at the city, and now he's at the helm and doing a great job for us. Welcome to the 50s, Jake. All right, Bobby, what else?
I don't know. I'm all out of it.
You mentioned
Yeah.
2 guys running for the county commissioners, maybe 3. Who are the other ones running?
I don't really. You tell me.
Well, how about Carmen Bean? Is he running?
Carmen Bean, yeah. Carmen
He's
Bean's
running?
Yep, he's running for District 1, I think it is. Or is that 2?
You know what? We have so many good commissioners, but sometimes you need a change in life. Just like Pat tells me I'm too old for the school board. I've been on the school board for a long time. And I happen to be president this year.
Wow.
Next year I'll be president.
Not saying much for the undercover.
And I'm getting pretty old. But, it's more fun to do something like this and try to help our community and do the best job you can do.
Your schools are so much better now.
I think so.
Oh, my
I really
God,
do.
unbelievable.
I think they are.
That's another day's discussion.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Anyway, what else? Jen, what else? We're going to leave here pretty quick.
You
Here
need to
about
take
time.
that phone call, Bob.
Oh, all right. Okay.
First-time listener, long-time
Yeah,
caller?
So, B1039, you're on the air.
Yeah, tell Pat and Pete they got the wrong university for Caitlin Clark. It's the University of Iowa.
University of Iowa, thank you very much instead of Iowa State. Thank you for that call.
Yeah. Hey, and they have one more game left, huh?
Yeah.
See, that's how smart we are. We never said we're very smart.
Now, who is this talking?
Dave Baker, Pete.
Dave
Oh,
Baker,
there
you know
you go.
who? You know
You're
who?
his favorite.
Dave Baker is one of my favorite guys in the world.
Yes, he is,
and
yeah.
he does a great job building pole barns. And his son was.
I didn't call to advertise.
No, his son was athletic
Yeah,
director.
but you get a free plug,
His son was athletic director and knows more about, and on television, knows more about sports than any of us. And Dave Baker is probably the best thoroughbred handicapper that I've ever met in my life.
I thought it was his brother.
No,
Okay,
Dave
Pete, I'll
Baker
talk to
is.
you later, buddy.
Dave Baker is. Thanks for calling, Dave.
Okay, have a good
Love
day.
you,
Bye.
pal.
Yeah, thanks a lot for correcting us, Dave. That's good, yeah.
You bet.
That's great, yeah. Thanks a lot. Wow, wrap it up. Let's go. It's 25 after
Well,
the
Pat,
hour.
I'm glad you're back, and thank you very much for having me as a guest on your show this morning.
Yeah, well,
I appreciate it.
I had a great trip. Like I said, America's beautiful, and I just it's disheartening to see people not honor the flag at the national level. And I just hope that everybody realizes how great a country we have and respect that the president that we have right now. I know we want to change. Some of us do. Some of us don't.
Change is good, Pat. Change is very good for our city.
But, like I said before, Joe Biden's done the best possible way that he thought he could do, and the people behind him. Now, if we get a change, hopefully we will. In my
Return
mind,
to center.
But again, I got very good friends that aren't for it, and I honor and respect them. I love them all, and I just, in closing, I would like to say that if you don't have anything positive to say about somebody on Facebook, please think what Jesus would do. And if you're a true Christian, you won't throw those things on there. I feel sorry for anybody that has animosity towards another person for what their views are on things in the country and in the local politics. I think that if we could go back in time and see how wonderful it was, that's the place we want to be. And I truly want to thank the ones that have supported me over the years. And if something happens to me tomorrow, don't feel bad, because I take it that we all try our best. But try to get along.